Hey, what is up guys, Lifting over here as always, and today we'll be talking about how the air combat works in Heroes and Generals. So if you haven't noticed yet from my other videos, I am a huge fan of flight games, both arcade and simulator, and through glorious age of biplane in World War I to dropping TV guided munitions in DCS. What I'm trying to say is that I truly adore airplanes and air combat, and that is why I'm going to be a little scathing about current state of flying mechanics in Heroes and Generals. First of all, there are 4 flyable planes, 2 transporter and 2 fighters for each faction. I'm going to ignore the transport planes since I personally never tried it before, and you rarely even see it after Rito decided to remove the paratrooper class from the game. This leaves us with only 2 planes, the Bf109 Emil for the Axis and P-38 for the Allies. Now there are hundreds and thousands of discussions going on about whether P-38 is overpowered or Bf109 being superior to the P-38, but I'm going to completely skip that as well since it's sort of irrelevant to what I really want to talk about in this video. Flying mechanics in this game is simplified to its bare minimum. There are 2 axis control for elevation and roll, and you can also use A and D key for rudder and WS for throttle adjustment. You don't have to worry about complex engine management, oil temperature, magneto, mixture, fuel, or even your wings snapping off mid-air. And that's fine. Obviously, Ritomoto's focus is not to make hardcore World War II simulator, but rather to provide a gamer a more casual and easy to play game. But it won't hurt to give the controls a little more detail, for example flaps or even manually managing gears. On top of that, I was also a little disappointed to find out that the game does not support joystick by default. You could use whatever stick you have using the keyboard emulator, but the flight model in this game is so simplified, using the mouse felt a lot more comfortable for me. As a pilot, you have 3 main jobs to do. 1 is of course not to crash, 2 is to suppress enemy air units, and finally supporting ground troops with your bombs. Dropping bomb is of course a lot of fun. It takes some practice before accurately dropping to your target, but it's always a joy to see things blowing up into pieces. It would be nice to have some option to customize your payload. Currently German planes are limited to using SC-250, but in the future Rito can maybe add something like 50 kg bombs with smaller effectiveness but faster reload. When it comes to air-to-air combat, I was shocked to find out how many bullets it takes to shoot out enemy fighter. The most thrilling and fun thing to do in dogfight or any combat, air combat, is pulling off those crazy maneuvers, getting on enemy tails and punching in couple bursts of cannons, seeing the wing blowing up into bits. But in Heroes and Generals, planes can eat up 100 to 300 bullets. It's ridiculous. I get it, it's a casual game, maybe it's hard for some people to avoid getting shot, but it has to be realistic to some point. Tanks aren't firing flowers, AA guns aren't shooting candies, same with fighters. We are supposed to be firing deadly 20mm cannons, not potatoes, cause that's what it currently feels like. Damage model needs some serious improvements and tweaks in the upcoming updates. Heroes and Generals is in open beta phase. The gameplay shown in this video will improve over time, and I'm pretty sure Ritomoto is going to continually bring great updates, including more weapons, vehicles, or even another faction. I would love to have Japanese faction. But the fact that the airplane mechanics has essentially been the same from early 2012 up to this latest Oster build makes me a little worried. Rito, if you are watching this, start working on air combat system, or at least give pilots some news about what you are planning to do with aircrafts. That's it for today. I did complain quite a lot, but without doubt, Heroes and Generals is one of the most advanced free-to-play game. As you saw in the gameplay, the weather system does a really great job on adding uniqueness to each match you play, and I like the fact that the pilots actually need to adapt to the weather status to effectively deliver a strike to the enemy team. Keep it up, and thank you for providing us with great World War II themed game. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.